All right, guys, we're starting a week, rolling through September. It's Monday, September 10th or 9th. I always forget the date. You know, what's that? All right, so here's what we got. Busy week. I'll remind everyone. Thursday, September 12th, ECB, 7:30 press conference will be the highlight of the week. ECB head Draghi gives his press conference. And then a week from Wednesday is our FOMC, does their statement on interest rates, and then their press conference at 1 p.m. and 1:30 p.m. Central Time next Wednesday. So this Thursday, 7:30 a.m. Central Time, and next Wednesday at 1 and 1:30 p.m. Central Time, it's the central banks that matter. There's a lot of central banks that are starting to ease policy. But for today's highlight in the trading room, I want you to look at the top three charts on this screen. Forget about these bottom two. Top three. That's the ES over here. It's the NASDAQ here up in the middle and the Dow in the upper right. Why do these three charts matter? They're all stock indexes, U.S. stock indexes. So they're going to chart similarly. Nobody would deny that, right? So if you look at this market, you could see the move lower after today's open. That's this move lower in the NASDAQ. That's this move lower in the Dow. All makes sense. They all move lower. They're all stock indexes like we talked about. Then what we get is an interesting development in all three. 1, 2, 3. And that is on the lows. There's always a chance that you're going to bounce from lows, right? Always a chance. And you want to be prepared so you don't get stuck in the hole, as we call it, when you're selling at the dead low and then it rallies. And usually you get yourself caught doing that because you didn't catch the move lower. And so the first thing your mind wants to do is, well, then buy it, dummy, and make the same, but on the other side up. Well, it doesn't work that way. So you want to be cognizant of, are you looking to buy it because you missed the selling? Or are you looking to buy it because you see really value down there? You see a divergence. You see something in a correlated market that's going to get you long without randomness or get you out of being short. So some people in the room with this live analysis didn't get short who wanted to get short, so they saved money. Some people were kind of bullish, got them long. Some people who were already short got them to cover. That's what's important about real-time correlation, is knowing what's going on in another market. In fact, someone in the other room caught the Dow moving up even before I did. I seen head fakes, what we call head fakes. I'll abbreviate it HF. Head fakes is simply when a market's going sideways, looks like it's going to go down, and then says, no, we're going to go up. Looks like it's going to go down. No, we're going to go up. Or it looks like we're going to go sideways up. No, we're going to go down. It's a head fake. And the head fake pattern is when the consolidation box gets breached to the downside and then whips through the middle and proceeds to go up. All right. That's what it looked like in this moment. Keep an eye on the middle on these two. And you see it try to sneak through the bottom of, this is the box right there. This is the box right in here that you're watching. And if we go and we just go a couple beats, look at the middle, see it tries to sneak through the bottom. What do you think you get? You get all people who don't know what the hell they're doing. Say, okay, let's get short. It's going to go down. And then it doesn't. Let's get short. It's going to go lower. And then it creeps up. Look at this. So these two bars, let's get short. It's going to go lower. Then it creeps up. You got all those people who got short chasing once it moves through the middle. And we seen that was trading 52.53 before it ran to 60. 6-point move is a pretty decent move in the NASDAQ. Not a lot, but it's pretty decent. Now let's look over here in the ES. Looks like it's going to go lower right there. Looks like it's going to go lower, make new lows. It doesn't. It starts traveling through the middle of their box at the same time the NASDAQ did. Now we take on the upper right, the Dow didn't even make an attempt to go lower, just blasted through this resistance and these highs that it had. Just blasted through. Look at the far right. Just made a move through. So you got different reasons that should make sense to you that overlap. The middle, the overlap, ladies and gentlemen, is your edge. All right? That's where the money is. That's the whole shooting match. That's where it's important to say, this is the overlap. Let me put 2 and 2 together, and sometimes you get 4, and it's not random. So today's highlight is a pattern that comes from order flow and people being stuck, trapped. And the second thing is market correlation. When you had this happen in 3 markets that correlate for obvious reasons, you got yourself something. So when you watch my YouTube videos on my YouTube channel, and when you come to the trading room, ask yourself this question. Who else talks about this? Nobody. So it's not something that's very common practice. It is when you buy and sell airplane tickets and houses and cars and everything else with a price attached to it. But for some reason, people come in and donate their money to traders, to us. They don't attach themselves to using their consumer skills to value price their whole life, but yet they're trying to value price, and they just focus on one market, and they analyze one market, and they profile one market, and they put their Fibonacci levels on one market, and they put their stochastics, and they think they need other technical indicators on their one market, and they put it on different time frames, and they use candlesticks. Then they think of red light, green light. It never dawns on anyone to compare it to something that moves like it, and when there's a divergence, a decoupling, scratch your head and say, why did that happen? Have a safe rest of the session. And those who watch this video, and it's before Thursday, September 12th, make sure you know what you're doing. Thursday, September 12th at 7:30 a.m. Central, ECB.